Happy Thursday and happy Facebook Live time. My name is Melissa Kerman of Melissa's Crafting Treehouse, and tonight I have a couple of masculine themed projects made with the He's the Man product suite from Stampin' Up. These are super simple cards, and I'm going to show a couple different variations, so I'm excited to share them with you. I can't help but just tell you that I'm a little bit winded because I needed to run downstairs 2 flights to get something right before I went live, and just realized at the last minute that I'd forgotten them. So anyway, a little bit winded, but all is good. I got a little bit of extra exercise in for the day. So again, I've got some masculine projects that we're going to be making tonight, plus some announcements. I've got a winner from 2 weeks ago. Hello, Tracy. Hi, Sharon. Hi, let's see, who else? Whose name did I see? I don't know, it's just going by fast. So anyway, welcome. Thanks for being here. And I'm excited to share what I got to share. So let's go ahead and dive in. I know for most of us out there, we don't ever have enough masculine cards. So I think you're really going to enjoy what I've got to share today. All right, so let's do a couple little announcements first. I'm going to be announcing the winner of the InColor bookmark from 2 weeks ago. Hi, Lauralee. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Joan. Yay. I love when you guys tell me where you're from. It's always so fun to see the range of places that people are from. Hi, Mary Beth. Alrighty, so yes, announcements. So my annual catalog special offer opportunity was ended last week, and for those of you that participated, just know I'm going to be getting the order to fill fill the order for the host items that you all selected. It's supposed to come tomorrow, so there should be news coming really soon, and then I should be able to get those in the mail by early next week. All the product shares went out last week, so yay, those of you who are getting product shares, happy mail. Hopefully most of you got them already. Let's see what else. There's 5 days left for the current starter kit promotion that's going on. You get $92.50 of free product. Let me say that again. $92.50 of free products. The starter kit is $99. You get $125 of products you get to pick. And then the remaining $66.50 is some 4 different InColor products that Stampin' Up's giving with the starter kit this month. So it's a great opportunity to join the Stampin' Up family. So many great benefits, a discount with all of your orders after you've joined, minimum 20% discount, and lots of perks and benefits both from Stampin' Up as well as from me. Free technique classes, free tutorial bundles, free Maker's Mojo, Creative Escape, one of them, one and possibly more if you earn it. So lots of great perks to joining. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, if you're at all interested in considering that. If you've ever spent $99 or more, I would suggest you consider purchasing the starter kit instead of spending the $99, because it's the best deal in the catalog by far. Hi, Julia. Good to see you. Did you get your product shares? I think you told me you did. I can't keep track of who told me what. Anyway. All right, so there's a couple things coming soon. I just want to get it on your radar, so I'm going to rattle off a few quick things, and then we'll get to the project, or projects, I should say. So the last chance list is now out for the January to June mini catalog. Now, I published that list in my newsletter that went out yesterday. But the items some of them are discounted up to 50% off, but those discounts aren't available till June 1st. So now's a good time to make your wish list of anything that you still want that's going away from the mini catalog. And I'd suggest you order it sooner rather than later, ideal, June 1st or close to June 1st, because things are available while supplies last. So keep that in mind. The July to December mini catalog is coming out really soon. So if you're a demonstrator, like me, you get to start pre-ordering from that mini catalog at the beginning of June. And not only that, we get to pre-earn celebration items, because July and August are 2 months where it'll be another celebration promotion. Oh, good. I'm so glad you received the product shares, Julia. Thanks for letting me know. So that's super fun. I love to be able to pre-order and to pre-earn those celebration items. I get to get them and show them to you guys and play with them. So much fun. So that's another perk of joining, of course. If you join before the end of May, while the starter kit promotion is going on, then as of June 1st, you can then pre-order items from the Mini-Catalog. And the one thing that's fun, hi Elizabeth, about when there's a Mini-Catalog pre-order, is that we can order pretty much anything in the catalog unless things are, lost at sea or something. That's an over-dramatization, but sometimes there are a few things that are not available because they haven't arrived yet. But anyway, so much fun, the pre-orders and pre-earns. All right, so the July to December Mini-Catalog goes live July 5th, so to customers that is. I also have product shares that I'm going to be doing for that July to December Mini-Catalog, so those will be coming up as soon as I can pull all that together. Ideally, once I have some product in my hands, my hot little hands. And I anticipate having product share details no later than mid-June, probably earlier than that, but we'll see. I am also working on a Sun Prints class. The Sun Prints suite is in the annual catalog that just went live. And I think it's my single favorite suite in the new annual catalog. So I have designed 5 projects, and there will probably be a 6th, and this class is going to include all of these gorgeous projects. So stay tuned for more information because it's going to be a really awesome class. And I guess last but not least, just a quick reminder, we have our June technique class for those of you who are signed up. That is, the class itself is at the end of June, but you'll have an opportunity to sign up for the class starting soon. And the theme for June is creative techniques with adhesives. And I've got a whole bunch of different fun ideas to share with you. So super fun. So those are all the coming soon things. Alrighty. I think that does it for my announcements. Please feel free to comment if you have questions about any of that. And after today's live, I will put in the description of this video some key links and the details of the updates so you can go back and check it if you want and find the resources that you need. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll get started with the 2 projects that I have today. And it's actually really well, too, with a 3rd version. So let's turn me around. All right. Okay, so as I mentioned, I forgot to mention, we do have a winner of the InColor bookmark, and let's see. Yeah, what the heck, I'll do it now. So I'm just going to quickly show you. So the video that I did 2 weeks ago was to feature the new InColors. And since then, I had my sweet friend and fellow demonstrator, Wanda, come and help me make a whole bunch of bookmarks. So she did a lot of the labor to put all these together. And some of them have 2-step stamping, some of them don't, but most of them have 2-step stamping, actually. I think I did them all that way. Anyway, so I promised 2 weeks ago that I would give away one of these bookmarks, and we have a winner. And so I'll do a little drum roll for myself. And the winner is, I did random.org, Mary Beth Ravenscroft. And I saw that you're here, so congratulations, Mary Beth. Now my club members get a bookmark as well. And I'm also giving a bookmark for anybody that places an order using the host code this month while supplies last, while those bookmarks last. And if you join my Treehouse Chicks team, you'll also get a bookmark in your welcome packet. And again, it's while supplies last because they do take a lot of time to put together, and I only made so many. I have quite a few, but I have lots of people to give them to as well. So, alrighty. Let's see. Oh, you like the ribbon? Yes. This is one of my favorite ribbons, the metallic mesh ribbon. Oh, you mean the InColor ribbon. Anyway, the InColor ribbon is gorgeous too, but I love the metallic mesh. It's so versatile and easy to use. Alrighty. So this is our current annual catalog. I love this catalog. And what we're focusing on tonight is the He's the Man suite. Now, I often just get the designer paper and the embellishments. Hi, Christy. I'm so glad to see you here. And with this suite, I don't, I don't always love the man-themed stamp sets, although this is actually a really good one. But I didn't get this one. It comes with dies. I got the designer paper and I have the embellishments. I do my product shares, of course, so that gives me those consumables, which I do love. So what I'm really focusing on is the designer paper, and I will be using the embellishments on one of the other cards as well. So that is the suite. And I'm going to show you the designer paper. Now, this is a pretty unique designer paper. I have 1/4 of the designer paper pack because that's what I had left from the product shares. And the top page is this very different page with die cut pieces. It's still designer paper, so it's thin, but they're die cut pieces. Now, because when I did my shares, I divided it in two, and I didn't realize this about this paper when I designed the shares. I took out all the pieces that would otherwise have gotten cut in the middle. Yes, that was a little bit of work. And I just put them in a little pouch like this so that and I tried to divide them evenly and all that good stuff so that each person would get a nice mix of colors and sentiments and that kind of thing. Anyway, so this is what I have left, and I'm going to be using the two that come from that space today. I'm also going to be using this one right here on the second card I'm making. And then these are some of the designer papers, obviously. I didn't make it all look pretty. I just, it's just the designer paper. Some people make little displays and stuff. Sometimes I do that, but this time around, nope, just pretty much you're seeing all my little pieces and parts. Beautiful, wonderful, masculine themed paper. I love it. And I love this color scheme. So that's pretty much all of it, all of those designer papers. All right, set that aside. And I am going to need one of these cutouts, so I'm going to leave that on top. There we go. All right. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first card that I'm going to make today is my contribution to the Simple Sweets Stampers tutorial bundle. And the theme this month is the He's the Man suite. So I'm going to be also making one of my design team members' projects as well. So I'm going to do that second. So I'm using a couple of products here. The Picture This dies, and I am loving these dies. I've been using them a lot lately. Obviously on this one, just this one big piece. We're going to use that in a sec. And then I'm also using the Sending Smiles stamp set. Now for this first card, I'm only using the set, and I used the Smiles Across the Miles, which seemed perfect with, the camping theme and the cars and all that good stuff. On the second card, I'm also going to be using the dies, or, well, on one of them. Yeah, one of them I'm using the dies. So just set that aside. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is die cut this piece right here, and I've just got it centered on there. So I'm just going to pull in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I've got all my layers in here. So I've got my base, my number 1, my number 2 layer, and then I've got a 3 cutting plate. I have not yet gotten the magnetic plate, but that is going to be in my future. I'm actually waiting to get it 50% off. But as you can see, it would be really convenient if I had the magnetic plate to make sure that this is straight and stays in place. But we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way and press it down nice and firmly there. Alrighty. Now, one of the things I really love about these dies is not just the negative space that we're using on today's card, but I like all the pieces that I cut out of it. So I have not used a lot of these cutouts, the rectangles and well, these are all rectangles, I guess. But I have for this die, look at all those great circles you can use for all kinds of things, for sentiments, and I've done that on a lot of different projects. So I love that it's I get double duty out of my effort of my die cutting. Of create sentiment pieces or for whatever I want to use it for, and the negative space piece. Okay, now, this is a great selling point for the magnetic plate because guess what? It moved and it's not exactly square. Well, unfortunately, I'm actually not going to make this. I'm not going to use this one because I have another plan. And it wasn't intentional, you know. I didn't screw this up on purpose, I promise. It's okay. It would probably be fine. But it just so happened that I decided, wouldn't it be fun to sort of redo this card so that it was oriented a different way? So instead of portrait, let's do it landscape. I've changed up the colors a tiny little bit. And I just thought that would be fun to see how easy it is to make that quick change. So for this card, this next one, instead of using a Sahara Sand card base that flips from the top, I got my dimensions written down in there, I'm going to use a card that folds this way instead, and I'm using Early Espresso instead. And instead of using my Early Espresso piece right here, I'm going to use a piece of Sahara Sand, which I know is sitting here, right here in front of me. Somewhere right in front of me. Where did it go? Okay, I had it like 2 seconds ago. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Alrighty. Oh no, there it is. Oh, I'm just cracking myself up here. I can't find the pieces that were literally just laying here in front of me. Like you would think it would be so obvious where everything is. And I know it's, okay, it's got adhesive on it. This is what's messing me up. It's probably stuck to something. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm totally embarrassed here because I literally can't find it. And I know it's like right here. It's right here in my vicinity. So maybe I have to actually make the other card first. This is really embarrassing. It really was sitting here right on my workspace like 2 seconds ago. Okay, let's just do the other card. And the other one's gonna, this other piece is gonna show up somewhere on the back side of some, oh, man, that's annoying. Okay, we're gonna start with the second card, and I'm gonna cross my fingers that the other one shows up as I put things away. And I found it. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, I have adhesive on it. That's the problem with putting adhesive on something. And it's a Sahara Sand piece. Okay, so let's just show you guys. So here's my little notes for today, and it stuck to the back. Oh, goodness gracious, the things that happen. I always like to joke, you know, that I make mistakes on purpose so that I, you know, like I'm totally human here. Okay. All right, so I've got my Sahara Sand piece, and I've put my white glue on the back. You can see this is my multi-purpose liquid glue. I did my little trick where I drew it on. It's all clear now. It would be white if it was wet. And I've got a couple of pieces of designer paper that I'm going to use on the front. This, of course, is going to be oriented landscape-wise. And I'm going to start with my, I'm glad you're laughing, Loyally. I really am. So I like it. I can laugh at myself, and you guys can laugh at me too, and I know it's all in good fun. All right, so what I'm going to do here is, since I've got the adhesive on the back side along the edges, I'm just going to lay this over the top of my designer paper and just press it down. I wanted it to be that easy. I really wanted that little fire pit to show. Aren't those such cute little images with the camping? I think that's so adorable. Okay, now this paper is interesting. So on this version, I used the darker paper that is the comparable to this one. This one looks really good with the espresso right next to it, and I figured this one would look really nice against the Sahara Sand. So These images are funny because like some of the flames are right side up and some are upside down, and you know, so there's a cow, but you know, so I wouldn't want to do like that. But anyway, I was playing with this going, okay, how do I work with this paper? I'm going to have some images that are upside down, and that's okay. And of course the cow's cut off there on the left, but that's okay, it's all good. I'm going to be covering the bottom with a sentiment. All right, and last but not least, I've got these adorable little cars. The color scheme of this paper is Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, Soft Succulent, and Sahara Sand. Let's get my little car in there. All right, that's a little bit, need to make it a little bit lower because the adhesive is got to stick to it. Oh, that's better. All right, so there's my piece. Now I'm going to just put some dimensionals on the back side all over. This is all the stuff I usually do off camera, so you guys don't have to see me doing this, but let's see. It's okay. One of the things I like to do, makes it a little bit faster, is take a whole strip off the edge. This also makes it more stable in the center as well. Just go like that. All right, and I think I'm going to put dimensional on the edge to make sure that that designer paper is held down well. And we'll put one right in there too. Okay, so now this is just going to go on the front of my card. My little mini garbage pail there. Okay, almost done. So, and then that's just going to get centered, put on the front of the card. All right, so on my original one, I did a sentiment, this Smiles Across the Miles. I wrapped some twine around it, and the twine that I'm using is this variety pack, the Baker's Twine Essentials pack. So it's got like every color you might want. This one looked the best with it to me because it's sort of got a brownish, but if you're using something like a smoky slate or a gray granite, this is a nice one to go with that neutral. And for this one, I also decided to add some of the dyes. So instead of it just saying Smiles Across the Miles, I wanted a sentiment above it. So I'm going to do sending and then sunshine to brighten your day. And you know, I still think it's masculine. All right, so I got an early espresso, one that I've die cut. I put my little itty bitty Cajun Craze dot up there because otherwise it will easily get lost. And on the back of my sending, I've got my dry white glue. And I'm just going to go ahead and place it on the espresso backing. This wants to stick to my fingers just a bit, so I got to be careful not to pull it. And a paper piercing tool is really nice for helping to get the placement. All right. Isn't that nice? I love my sending, layering. All right, and I just realized that I forgot to do my twine across the bottom, and I was kind of on the fence about whether I should do it, but maybe I could do it around both things. That's what I'll do. I'll do it around both layers, so it'll be on the inside of the card as well. So, winding it around. think I want it tied along this left side, but I'm going to wait just a second to tie it because I want to get the positioning of my sentiments first, my sentiment pieces. So this is going to go in here, and then this one will go underneath it. That's the plan. Okay. All right. So now on the back side of this, I've got my little mini dimensionals. I'm using my black ones. Got most of those backings removed. I also love the paper piercing tool for removing my dimensional backings. Oh, I'm glad you think it's cute, Julia. Yay. Gotta look up and see the comments every once in a while. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just commit tying this baby because otherwise I might tack down the sentiment in the wrong way relative to the ribbon or the twine. All right, let's go ahead and cut that off. I think I might just play a little bit. Okay, so for the sunshine to brighten your day, I wanted it to straddle my sending. Notice I have my silicone craft mat here because things won't stick to it. So I've got my backings off of the back side of my sending, but I can put it down and I don't have to worry about it sticking to my table. So what I want to do with this is I'm going to put some layers, little strips of cardstock in behind to raise it up. And I like this because it gives me a solid, very solid surface, but I'm going to justify it so that it's to the left-hand side of my word because I want to be able to straddle the right side on the top of the bottom of the G, on the bottom of the G. All right, so we're just going to do some quick little layering here. I could also do glue dots, but this gives me a lot of flexibility for how thick I want, how raised up I want my sentiment to be. Gotta line it up so that it actually fits. These little tiny strips were actually just in my scrap bin of this soft succulent, so it's very convenient and easy just to pull them out and attach them to one another. All right. Okay, and then I'm going to attach these to the back side of my sentiment. I did 4 layers. I think that's going to be pretty high, but that's okay. I think it'll be okay. You can see the thickness there. Let's compare it to my dimensionals just for the heck of it. Yeah, it's actually pretty similar. Similar height. Hopefully it's not too high. Should be okay. I want it to be a tiny bit lower down. Alrighty, so now let's put this together. So now I'm contemplating whether I should actually do the sending at the top, like here, or on the bottom. I think I still have to do it at the bottom. Okay, the bottom it is. I think that's about where I want it. And that's going to be just a little bit to the left. I want to make sure I can see my twine down below. Okay, perfect. A little more white glue. And I'm just going to place that on there. I like it straddling a little bit of the bottom of the sending. It's almost like an underline. Although I think it might need to be the other way, just below it, because it's height-wise, it doesn't want to be on top. So we'll just do it like that. Okay, there we go. There is my landscape-oriented version of my original card. Pretty easy, flipping it the other way. Which one do you guys like better? I never know how I'm going to feel about it until it's actually put together, because this was just an experiment. Comment and let me know. Which one do you prefer? Anyway, 2 masking cards. Okay, now I've got another card to make. And this one was one of our Simple Sweet Stamper Design team members, Patty Dolan. And Patty is a dear sweet friend. We actually traveled together in Utah to the manufacturing facility, the Stampin' Up manufacturing facility. Gosh, I think it was, I want to say 2018. We did a little road trip together. So much fun. All right, so this is her design. Set those aside for now. You prefer the second card? Oh, how funny. Both are great. I love it. Thank you, guys. I never know which one I'm going to like better. Sometimes it takes my eye a little bit of adjusting to decide which I like better, because I'm used to seeing the original. I know. You like the first one? You like the landscape best? Okay, well, cool. I love that your opinions are all over the place. Okay. All right, so I've got my inside piece. Just go ahead and put that in. And this one is a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock, folded in half. I'm really liking these top fold, tall, thin cards, or it's the same height in the end, but I just seem to have a thing for orienting it this way lately. And then I've got some of this lovely camping paper. Got my adhesive on the back already. All right. Now these 2 pieces are both the pieces I was mentioning earlier from the designer paper, the little, what is it, a van, and the sentiment, hope your day is a grand adventure. So I'm not actually doing any stamping on this card. All right, and then I need one other of the die cuts from this sheet. So I'm going to grab this big piece right here. You can see it slips out really easily. And I'm going to cut this down with my trimmer. And I think I want it to be about 1 inch, and I'm going to use this rugged side. Let's see what we got. Maybe it's like 1 1/4 inches. That might be a little bit bigger than I want. Let's see. Yeah, I'll cut off just a tiny bit. Alrighty. Now this piece is going to go right in here, like sort of smack in the middle. My sentiment is going at the bottom. Get my spacing there. And then I'm going to be putting the little car or the van at the top. I've got dimensional on the back side. Adhesives already taken off, so don't want to forget to mention that. And I think that's still a little bit too long. I'm gonna cut that down just a tiny bit more. Okay. Now, in the die set that goes with the He's the Man stamp set, there is a die that's sort of shaped like a sun. And I didn't have it because I didn't buy that. So what I decided to do was use a combination of my layering circles dies and these stylish shapes dies with the stitching. And I tried to find combinations that might look like the right size to use. Now I wanted one with the scallop, with the stitched edge, and the other was the scallop. So this is one choice for my sun in behind my van. And then the other option, which I played around with doing some of my coloring ahead of time, would be this one. So it's a much bigger edge, which is not really my preference. Oh, okay, let's see. So we're gonna try the bigger one. I'm gonna show you how I did my coloring, and then we'll decide which one we like best. Okay, so I've got my blending brushes. I've die cut these pieces with white, and I'm gonna use some Daffodil Delight and Cajun Craze for my sun. All right. I'll give myself a piece of scrap paper. All right, so I'm just gonna add some nice bright yellow to this. And then we'll do the edges of the scallop. Now, I was going to use some Cajun Craze, but I'm not sure that I want to because that's really very orangey. And I think I want it to look more like a sun. So I'm just going to nix the Cajun Craze in favor of just going with my yellow sun. So I want to show you the die that's in the stamp set. Oh, darn. All right, so do you guys know that at the beginning of the catalog is a list of all the suites? I go to this all the time. It's page 3. So I'm going to go to page 78, which is where this bundle is. And it's pretty tiny in there, but the die is, how do I show you that one? Let's see, page 164 would be bigger, a bigger one to show you. I think this is a good example of how you can replace things out. Where is it? Oh yeah. Yeah, you can't really see the detail there, but you can see it's kind of got a wavy edge, not as much a scallop, and then there's a dry embossed edge as well. So that's what I was trying to mimic in using these 2 layers. Okay, I need just a sec to put my hair up because I'm getting too hot here. All right, so let's just get this put together. So I've got my little van. Hi, Jan. Good to see you. Glad you made it. All right, so this is the look. The sun's going to go right behind the little van. I think it's pretty cute. Might need it to be cut off just a tiny bit at the bottom. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to attach these 2 together, and I think I'm happy with this larger sun, even though it's awfully big and behind my van. But I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to be like totally realistic, right? So happy, my yellow sun. And then I'm just going to snip off a little bit of the bottom so that it doesn't show, and I can place it wherever I want it to be. So let's get my position dimensionals on the back side of my little van. I think this is so cute, this little van. And I'm going to start by just putting the sun in behind there. And then we'll go ahead and attach this piece. In the home stretch. Did anybody buy this suite? The He's the Man suite? Just curious. I'm just scraping that from the edge so it doesn't ooze out. Don't want any oozing of my glue. Let's see how that looks. If it looks right, we'll go ahead and put adhesive on the van. Or on the sun, I should say. I think that'll work. Okay. And I think I need another dimensional on the bottom. Here. Okay. Let's get this on here. So cute, right? Little mountains in the background of the van. So again, this was Patty Dolan's design. Isn't it cute? With the little van, I love it. So cute. I don't usually go for like little die cut pieces and stuff, but I really liked her card. All right, so there are my 3 finished projects. That one has to go in the middle. There we go. So I will have photographs of these on my blog starting on Saturday, and this video will go live on YouTube also on Saturday. I'm just gonna whip the camera around. You can finish up. Let you guys go on with your evening. Oh, somebody gave me a heart. Thank you. So it makes me so happy. Okay. See, I got my hair up now. I'm all red and sweaty. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. That was too much information. I'm not really sweaty. I'm just hot. Alrighty. I hope you guys enjoyed those projects. They were fun, just fun to play with the designer paper. Oh, and I forgot the embellishments. There's supposed to be embellishments on there. Darn. Let's see if we can do that quick. Okay, so these are the embellishments, the little rustic metallic adhesive back dots. I'm going to do it like this way. I'm going to live dangerously here. All right, let's get my paper piercing tool. And this is the one I'm putting the rustic metallic dots on. And we have one in the upper right-hand corner. I'll show you. I'll put this up against the camera. Can't hold it up while I'm doing it. That would just not be a good idea, I don't think. Okay, and then I'm going to use, there's 2 different sizes of these babies. And give me 1 second, I'm going to show you what it looks like. They're so cute. That just stepped it up just a little bit. So you can see I put 1, where is it? Up there. And then 2 in the corner. That's what Patty did. That's what I did. I made exactly what she did, except for changed out my little sun. So there you go. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here today. Oh, hi, Shelly. Good to see you here. Glad to see you joining us. So the reminders, of course, the starter kit special is the big thing. Don't miss out. You got 5 days left to join. If you're not already a demonstrator, please become a Treehouse Chick. I have the most wonderful team of creative women, including Shelly and Laura Lee, who are both here tonight. Let's see, what else? So yeah, and the coming soon, last chance list, June 1st, don't forget that. And the mini catalog coming out in July, got some time for that. Oh, I'm glad you liked the cards, Sharon. And let's see what else. Yeah, and stay tuned for more details about the Sun Prints class, and sign up for my June technique class, playing with adhesives. Creative techniques with adhesives is going to be very fun. So stay tuned for more information about that. I will be live next time on Thursday, June 9th, so 2 weeks from tonight. And again, the blog posts for these projects will be live on Saturday, and this video will be live on YouTube as well. So I think that's pretty much it. Congratulations again to Mary Beth. I'll be sending you your bookmark. And I think that's what I got today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining me. So enjoy being here with you and sharing my love of paper crafting with all of you. You're very welcome, Laura Lee. And you too, Elizabeth. Thanks for being here with me. Bye, Julia. Thank you too. All right, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye, everybody.